professionals here. All right. Hello, world.
Oh,
We had a little technical glitches, but we are here for the Ironclaw. I'm going to drop a little note here that says we are on the Twitch TV, right?
yes. Twitch TV/Ractus.
Yeah, well, we're going to be go ahead and playing Ironclaw Horn Ivory. We had some technical issues, but they have been resolved to the best of our ability.
All except for that random robot voice every now and then.
Am I still roboting? I have no idea why I'm roboting.
It comes back every so often.
We can try to look into this. I wish I knew.
It's alright, Session 6 will be a lot like Session 3.
Yeah. So send all of your complaints straight to Ractus. He loves reading all of your complaints.
I actually do. I like to hear that there's feedback of any sort.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, remember to appreciate our robot overlords.
Magnets. Lots of magnets.
Yes.
So today we're going to be gaming. I am the lovely and talented Norman Rafferty. I'll be the game host. With us is Eldritch. Eldritch, who are you playing? Oh, sorry. Ractus, you're playing Eldritch. Describe your character.
I'm Eldritch Jacoba. I'm a Grey Fox Solomoner. My personality is ataraxic. My motto is speak strongly and your words can level mountains. And I currently have the goal to root out the necromantic conspiracy. I'm also injured.
You're also
Injured, so I'm just going to add a little red dot to my token.
Yeah, I haven't messed with that part. I know there's a way to mess with that, so you just add a dot. Okay.
Yep.
We also have with us Griffin. You're playing Donovan today?
Yes, Donovan of the Bell, the obsessive elementalist raven. His motto is that stars and study lead the way.
And you have any goals?
Root out the necromantic conspiracy today. That should be fun.
We're all on the same page.
Indeed.
Okay, and Quote Man. You've got Ada the Assassin, right?
Yeah, Ada the Assassin. It's Red Fox. That's it.
Well, you have goals too, right?
Well, yeah, I have a goal to prove myself as a master assassin and to root out the necromantic bullshit going on.
Yes! I will not stand for necromantic bullshit.
I don't know. Seems like something I could stab to root it out.
Family show. I don't know. They don't normally have a lot of organs, or not working ones. When we last left our brave heroes, you had successfully infiltrated Monument Valley and found this strange and secret tomb. I remember I described this area as having like lots of I forgot what they call. I don't think I ever looked up what they call the little crevices in the wall they put bodies in.
Alcoves.
Well, alcove is a generic term, is a term for anything that has an arch above it. But there are no alcoves. This is ancient architecture. These guys didn't understand arches. Everything is done in big slabs with big supports. It's very claustrophobic because it keeps the ceiling pretty low. I know, Ractus, you're a big Lindy Beige fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you remember that video where he talked about high ceilings and how they'd be arched and stuff?
I remember when he went somewhere and he was describing the architecture of the place.
Okay, well, long story short, this is a very low claustrophobic ceiling. It's like a 1990s shooter. So the ceiling is precipitously low. There should probably be more columns and supports than I have here on the map, so feel free to send angry mail to Ractus complaining about architecture.
I won't understand it anyway.
Yep. So when we last left our heroes, Eldritch had made a strong presentation to say that he wanted to meet the master. And Eldritch, are you all now? Who is hidden? Like some of you are still hiding, right? Like Ada, you're still hiding, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It was my intention to hide.
Okay, so I'm gonna move. Yeah. So Ada, I guess, is hiding back here. And Donovan, you are also hiding?
Yes, I was trying to hide in one of the alcoves.
Right. So I'm going to move you far away from Ada because Ada would hide as far away from you as possible.
Of course.
Khalid can't hide, so I'm just going to assume he's hanging out with Eldritch.
I don't believe it was ever actually said.
One of my favorite jokes, Bob was there too. No, Khalid is just right behind you, Eldritch, unless you specifically don't want him here.
Again, I don't care. Have him along.
If you don't care, he's right behind you.
He's
That
my
was you.
ally. Why not?
Yeah. Right behind you, boss. Just sitting here politely waiting for you to die, turn you into my necromantic slave.
That's my boy.
When you take a hit, try not to take it in the face.
We got masks.
No, but if your jaw gets ruined, it's going to get hard to talk to you. Plus, I have to look at you.
Again, masks. And stitching. You're not trained in medicine? Or
Look, which one of us
crafts?
is the master necromancer here? Which one of us is the pupil?
I'm not sure.
We're never quite sure.
You haven't taught me anything, actually.
First, I'm going to teach you that evil can strike at any time. Like now, smack you upside the head.
Eldritch and Khalid, the buddy comedy you're just dying to see this year.
Yes, definitely.
You'll
All
remain
right.
on the edge of your seats for the waiting for the master scene.
How do I...
Live without
Okay,
him.
sorry, I'm a little unfamiliar with Roll20. So I'm trying to remember how I make things invisible so you can't see them.
Right click, change layer.
Right-click layer, and then you put it in the GM layer?
That's what I usually do. Map layer is still visible, so it's really your only other option.
Ah! And then when you put it in the GM layer, you can't move anymore unless you move back to the GM layer. Alright, that makes some sense. Excuse me while I wait for these menus to show up. I usually have a problem that I'm way too fast for this thing, and then it's like...
I mean, it's either that or you just drag it off into the fog of war where we can't see it, and then drag it back in when you want to use it again. Whatever you
Thought
find to
about
be the
that.
most convenient. I mean, I kind of
Okay.
do both, so... Like, if you're wandering into a thing where there's going to be a bunch of monsters around, I'll just place them where they would be, and then just make them visible. So it's not, like,
Yeah, I
obvious
was
that I'm just dragging and dropping things.
thinking that might be a little bit better. Alright, I am revealing areas.
Spooky reveal.
Captain Sam, who is his player is not here this week, so I'll be playing the role of Captain Sam. Captain Sam starts really spooked out because first of all, you're led through this narrow passage, which has a lot of carvings on the wall written in some sort of strange pictographic language, the likes of which makes no sense to you, and you're led into a chamber that has the stench of death. Unlike the last room, which was clearly looted, this room here, you can see those little bumps in the walls. These are supposed to be more support columns. These have those nice deep, about 3 deep, stacked 3 high, resting places for dead bodies. And there are still dead bodies in here. The strange, vaguely humanoid shapes with wraps draped over them and desiccated flesh. All unwrapped and partially exposed to the elements. There's the niter clinging to the walls. The ceiling hangs oppressively just shortly above your heads. In the back here, you can see there is this long, tall support wall. There we go. This wall here extends from floor to ceiling. It's got more carvings on it, depicting a bunch of stuff. And standing in front of it is this cat guy right here. It's another one of the cat assassins. There's 2 things that are remarkable about him. The first is the fact that he is wearing a blue robe instead of the black that everybody else is wearing. And secondly, Yeah, he's a little more reserved, I guess, than the rest of them. I mean, he's also like blatantly obvious where you can see it.
You've also described him as an assassin, which is weird now.
Yeah, he's dressed like one. He's dressed like the other guys. He's dressed in robes and has no weapons obvious, but there's something about the way he stands and glowers at the rest of you.
Well, no, I mean,
Oh.
it's that I thought they were necromancers, and now you just said they were an assassin. So it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, well, they're sneaky and they have a tendency to stab you. Ada, that's the word I would use to describe them. They can be both, because first you kill him and then you reanimate him.
So somebody said my name.
Ada, you've interacted with these cat guys, so.
Oh, so they know my blade. Okay, good to know.
Well, these are the same cat guys who've been following you around, remember? Do you remember the rooftop fight you had?
Does that mean if I kill these guys, we're gonna have to deal with less assassins?
Usually if you murder people, there are less people to deal with. That's usually the standard modus
I mean,
operandi.
there are necromancers. Am I gonna have to fight undead assassins? Is that a
What?
thing?
That's a good question, isn't it?
It's like, I don't know what to do. It's like, can we have counter assassins? Can I get Theta to make us some counter assassins?
That sounds like a plan.
All right.
Ada, since you are really sneaky, do you want to move up closer?
Yes.
Okay. And let's see. Donovan, how much stealth dice do you have?
Just the 2.
Ada, I know, can just go ahead and stealth up. Did you want to sneak closer, or do you want to stay back here where you're hiding, all safe?
As long as I'm safe and can also hear them.
You can't hear them from here.
Then in fact, I will have to move closer.
I would like you to, Donovan, I'd like you to go ahead and, I'm not going to ask Ada to roll because you've got like 4 dice, but Donovan, I want you to go ahead and roll your, since you want to hear them, it's going to be your mind, your stealth, and you get to roll an extra d8 because they're distracted.
All right.
Unless Eldritch just wants to bellow out where your positions are.
No.
Is that a play it, Donovan?
Okay, that's 2 successes.
Nice, good job.
All right. So the cat guy is going to stand.
Is that all your dice? I think you're missing one.
Unless I added was to add speed also
You're saying
to
it's
stealth.
2d8 plus 1d4 and a d8. That's 4 dice, and you're only showing you've rolled 3.
No, it might be 2 of them are combined. No,
I only rolled mind, only rolled stealth, and only rolled the d8.
yeah, but it says
Oh, okay, never mind. I see it. I see what you did. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, you did a good job.
No, the explanation at the end. I saw the explanation at the end had a d8, and I thought, oh, that means
I
you had
just
another
got
d8. Okay, I got you.
So the master cat guy is going to the one with the red aura here is going to raise his sleeved arm and point and say, "I am the master. You may address me. Which one of you is the vile necromancer from foreign shores?"
That would be me. I am Eldritch. I hail from Calabria. I currently
Yes,
reside.
you have the stench of a Jacoba about you.
Yes. How do you know what a Jacoba smells like?
Sorry, I'm trying not to lose.
That's a good
That's-
question.
The excesses of the Gorvorian bloodlines is known to us. We have reach in all corners of the globe.
Well, then you know the reach of the Jacoba blood as well. We have hands in many pies.
Come forward. Do you move forwards?
Yeah, sure.
All right. When you get close to the guy, you can see that the cat guy has a scar across the left side of his face. It goes down to his jaw. It has been stapled with gold, So it looks kind of nasty, but also kind of gaudy at the same time.
I mean, it's a nice touch.
The cat assassin guy goes, you are not welcome here.
I hail from the Church of St. Jor. I do represent certain interests that are important to you. As you know, as I told your companion here, I represent a cell operating out of Heliopolis that is in relative danger, and I believe that danger will then extend to your cell here in the valley of the Monument Valley.
You are the danger. Don't spread your deceptions here.
I am
it's
the
you
one
who are
that
interfering in
knocks.
our affairs.
No, you see, the Church of St. Jor is merely a front for Calabrian necromancers wishing to educate themselves in the ways of... I'm sorry, I forgot the name of our continent. Acoma.
Okay, it's the game master, I think. That's an interesting ploy. That's pretty good. You have these skills to convince me that what you're saying is true.
I mean, I've got deceit.
Yeah, but that's not actually a lie.
Well, I mean, half of it is a lie. I mean...
Okay, you can
Is it
go and
not a
deceive
lie?
you.
Is the Church of St. Jor actually a front for necromancers?
Well, no,
by half.
yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. Who else was chiming in?
I'm just joking.
Okay. You can throw your deceit in. I mean, usually the rule is you throw in your deceit, I get to throw in my inquiry to see through it.
I mean, I've got negotiation.
Sure. All right, so you want me to believe the Church of St. Jor is actually a front for your necromancy. Cool. That sounds like you're trying to reason with me. Which is better, your mind or your will?
Let's see. Oh, shit. I just minimized my screen. My mind or my will? My will. My will.
All right. Do you want to make an impassioned speech and use will, deceit, negotiation?
I mean, I'd like to sound more reasonable than passionate.
Then mind, deceit, negotiation, and I'll give you an extra D8 because you actually have things that make your story sound true. Sorry for my typos. I'm in a hurry.
3 successes.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I could tap. Let's see. Negotiation. I don't have a use of negotiation yet. What would you call this?
Do you want to use negotiation with wizards?
Sure.
Okay, or magical things. It means if you want to negotiate with elementals, sure.
Sure.
I mean, you could also use with religious people instead.
I'd just use with magic.
Yeah, I would think you would be a weirdo with magic.
Well, shit. Anyway, 3 successes.
The mysterious golden stapled face guy will, you think he's sneering at you. It's hard to tell. With the damage to his face, he's always sneering. You can see his cat-like fang exposed in his face. He says, like this is a better situation. Like all foreigners, you are here to steal our secrets and our great artifacts of the past.
I care little for your artifacts of the past. I care for your knowledge of the past to increase our collective futures. For, as you know, we are all hunted by those who fear us.
Ha ha! Collective! I sneer openly at you.
I can tell. It's very obvious.
Thank you. Working on that. No, but at the matter at hand, you have nothing to offer us.
I have knowledge. As I say, I came here as a warning from the cell operating out of Heliopolis for a danger that presents itself here to even the Monument Valley.
You lied. You are the liar. You are in league with the foreigners.
What are you, like, 5 years old? You are a liar. You lie. Will you listen to me and stop being an obstinate fool? Do you wish yourself death?
Well, you know, they kind of look at each
Have
other.
you not heard of the Crusaders marching through Heliopolis, killing those that they think are evil?
You are in league with the Crusaders. They came here on your ship.
Now that is a lie.
But, sorry, he pauses a moment and says, "You truly are brazen. It doesn't matter, because since we are masters from beyond life and beyond death, we can get the,
I have a
it would be
question.
easier to get the truth out of you once you have passed beyond this mortal coil."
I just have a quick question. You said
Yeah.
his face is stapled like he has like an injury, but it's not like his skull is split in half or something, right?
It might be that his skull was split.
Like,
And
I'm just saying, he's not like a vessel on death, and that's why he's the master. Like, if I
Why
tried,
don't you?
if I tried to
Why don't you, now that you're up close and personal, make a roll of mind, observation, and supernatural?
Also, give me $10.
hold on a sec, I didn't macro my supernatural and observations. Let's see. I've got no observation. That's
Soon.
why I only have supernatural.
You may roll
He's
a
been dead the whole time.
bonus D8. Khalid is here.
Well, I mean, I'd have a real easy way to find out if he was actually undead, because I could just make him rage.
Yes, but what if he? Well, you
2
make him
successes.
what?
That
Oh,
necromancer ability that I have.
Oh, just unleash him? Yeah, but that might be rude.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. I mean, if
I mean, it's
if this goes south, then boom.
I love your logic. I can just unleash the undead. I can just just break the gates of untapped necromancy here in the middle of an ancient tomb. I can't
Well,
think of any reason why that could go bad.
I mean, clearly I don't care about that shit. Also, he's standing closer to another guy than to me.
No, he's very much alive. He looks like he took a heavy blade to the face, and and they did some Middle Ages surgery to put it back.
Okay.
Gold is used because it doesn't tarnish.
I just thought it'd be interesting if he was like a lich guy, and he's
No,
like command of the necromancers.
He's very much alive. You can see, the way his neck moves and his lungs have breath, and you can see that he's got flushed blood with.
I would like this if this was also very obvious that Eldritch is like giving him the eye, leaning a little bit closer, and kind of doing that. What are you doing? Move, and I was like, I'm just trying to see if you're breathing.
Yeah, but also with 2 successes, you can tell that this place, you've already had a kind of foreboding feel here, but the dead here are restless. That in this room especially, you can feel that the people who were entombed here, you can feel the power of the spirits within the room.
Okay, well that's good to know. That means that the spirits are still stuck to their bodies, right?
Okay.
I would like to increase the validity of my lies by saying, "You doubt me, sir?" And I will gesture a hand towards one of the, I don't know what we're calling them because we still haven't figured out what they're called. Because all I'm thinking about is like the French underground where they've got the bodies stacked up in like little alcoves in the wall.
That's actually catacombs.
Catacombs. Well, that's what I keep thinking of because I got nothing else to mimic in my head.
These I think qualify as catacombs.
I'll gesture off towards one of the walls where a body is in the wall and say, "You there! How did you die?" And I'll speak with dead.
You only get 1 casting of that.
That's fine. It's a horrible roll. Leadership. What do I have a favorite use of leadership? Leadership with when supernatural shit is going down. Does this count?
Nope. Because that's specifically speaking with the dead.
I will tap personality.
Wow, that's a bummer of a roll.
It is. That's why I'm tapping personality. I can't use my leadership because supernatural shit isn't going down yet.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay. Bing. So you asked the guy how. So
I said, you doubt the validity of my assertions. You there! How did you die? And I cast Speak the
I
Dead.
was murdered! Ah! Starts screaming with blood. Even though he doesn't breathe, he screams with rage. I was murdered by that monster! He took my life and I had no other!
You know, it's really just
You-
like being at a concert. It's just background
You-
noise to Eldritch.
Eldritch Jacoba! He says, pointing right at you. Flee! It's a trap!
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Well, that's unfortunate.
That is extremely unfortunate, as the cat guys go. Ah, well, he wasn't quite expecting that. Okay, guys. Oh, Eldritch.
I like to think that Eldritch said that out loud, by the way. It's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Could I hear that? Like he was. Screaming.
Oh, everybody hears that. So here's what happens.
All right.
Okay, so before you guys take any combat actions, this is going to start a formalized fight. So Fire Emblem, the word fight appears. All right, I'm going to use like the initiative rules from another version of the game because they work better. Now that a fight is broken out, you guys go ahead and roll your speed and mind. If you have the danger sense, you can roll an extra d12. You need those in the front line at ground center, which is Eldritch, will need 4s or better. Donovan and Alda, while you are aware of the fight but you're hanging back stealthily, you need 6s or better.
All right, let's give it a shot.
Okay,
Oh,
that's
1.
2 successes.
Okay, so Ada, you have focus, which means you can interrupt anybody and you can take 3 actions.
Okay.
Well, let me finish.
Go
Griffin,
ahead.
and also Ada, you may ready weapons. So go ahead and ready weapons. Griffin, you may ready weapons, but you don't get any extra actions.
I'm using this
definitely
blue,
readying my rod for this one.
blue circle as a focus indicator.
Wow, that's a huge circle.
I can't make it smaller. I think maybe I can. Let me try.
Well, you guys are players. You can just remember if you have focus or not.
I mean, we could just.
There we
hold
go.
on.
That's a bit
I
smaller.
don't-
Okay, so all right. So and of course the cat guys, these 2 cat guys that you can see here, immediately draw weapons.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill them.
Right. Okay, so the players get to go first because you were warned of the trap. Usually I go with the people closest to the center of action, which is Eldritch first, but if Ada really wants to go first and no one stops him, you can let Ada go
Let
first.
Ada go first.
All right.
Okay.
So Ada, I'm going to move you up a little bit because you were eavesdropping. So there we go. All right. So Ada, you have 3 actions.
All right. So I want to run up immediately to this fuck right here.
All right.
Stabilize him.
Now, did you write down what your dash and
Yeah, I have that on my sheet actually.
Okay.
Should be dash is 4, run is 18.
Okay, so you can step 1 pace around the corner, and then you can move. Let's see. I'm gonna move Khalid the hell out of your way. Is there a way to make it show you how far you're moving when you move stuff, or does you have to do that
Space.
separately?
You hold it, and then you push space, and you have a little measure tool.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
And then if you hit space again, it'll also drop it so everybody else can see.
Okay. All right. So Ada, with a dash action, you can zip around the corner and you can get to there. Now you have 2 actions left, so you could try to sprint towards somebody, or you could do 2 actions from here.
So let's see. I could just throw a dart at him and kill him from here.
You could. You have 2 actions, so you could aim and dart, or you could guard and dart.
Let's see. These guys are effective, but they're not overtly effective, and I have my healer. And I'd rather get up in the fray and start stabbing because they have shit against my active effect.
Now, also, when you say dart, that means you have the fan out. You don't have swords out.
No, I have a concealed weapon. Basically, I'm always apparently, I'm always having both my weapons active because one's just a concealed blade, apparently.
Right. Well, but a concealed weapon is not out; it's concealed. The sleeve sword surprise, you can, as part of an attack, stab somebody with it, but this is like, the Assassin's Creed thing. In other words, if it's not out, you can't counter with it.
Yeah, no, sleeve sword. I'm gonna use the sleeve sword.
Okay. So do you want to scramble towards the master guy here? Do you want to throw a dart from here? What do you want to do?
Let's see. How far could I actually get? Like, honestly, because I have to get.
In order to sprint towards him, you'd roll your speed die, and you would have to roll basically a 4 or better to get to him.
Do I just roll my speed? Is there anything else I could use?
You just roll your speed. That's what a sprint is random. The dash was automatic. If you want to move more, it's random.
All right. So if I use a D8, I could, but that doesn't guarantee.
Right. I mean that's so yeah. You were hiding around the corner, so you dash out, and if you want to use a ranged weapon, there's no problem. If you want to move closer, it's gonna be a problem.
Well, I'm gonna get closer. That way, I can at least take some of the aggro. And I rolled shit.
Right. There's special gifts in the game like fast mover and short footed that would speed this up. You don't have any of them.
All right.
You're allowed to add your stride to that, so you can move 2 instead of 1 because you can add or subtract your stride. So you can move 0, 1, or 2.
Can I?
So you come in and you slip on the loose sand and kick body parts around.
So that's 2 actions. I still have 1 left.
You still have 1 left. You can throw a dart at somebody.
Pull Theta towards me.
You mean just grab Theta?
Yeah, like throw him back.
I would resist.
You want to stay in the fray? You don't want to.
Yeah, I want to stay in the fray.
Yeah, Eldritch.
I'm a Jacoba.
So you'd have to use an attack action on Eldritch to move him. Do you want to?
I'm not going to move him if he doesn't want it.
All right, hurry up. Rounds are only 6 seconds long. Gonna attack somebody or what?
I'm just going to guard then.
All right, so you guard. All right, so you come in and guard. We do it. They say, not convincingly. All right, Eldritch or Donovan.
I need a reminder. You can counter from a rod, right?
Yes, rods counter. And
All
if
right.
you have a spell in them, you can counter with the spell instead of with the rod.
Yeah, as part of my initiative, I guess, I would have readied my rod.
Right.
And then I will ready Torment into my rod, and then I will guard.
No one is surprised when you ready a necromantic spell. How did you add a blue circle to somebody?
You double-click the token, and down where it says Aura.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Basically, just put a size on there. I used 0.25 to get mine that small size.
There we go. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
So I guess I'll make a green circle my guard. Because
Okay.
I like to use the old stuff.
Donovan, everybody is rushing in there.
Did the assassins draw weapons or
Yes.
rods and wands?
The assassins drew short swords.
All right, then I will go ahead and ready Misfortune and try to knock one of them out of their hands.
Right. Well, you could have readied a misfortune. Like you passed the initiative test. So did you want the misfortune ready, or did you want your wand ready?
I'll go with Misfortune.
Okay.
That's something I need. In which
You have
case,
two-
Wands are good for range penalties.
Yeah. Well, if you have a wand equipped and sit, like you can cast spells out of your hand, and then you cast them like any other weapon. If you have a wand ready, you ignore range penalties.
right. In this case, I'd rather be able to counterattack, so I'm keeping the rod.
Okay. So you have the rod ready, and so you're ready a misfortune, and you want to blast somebody. Who is your target?
I'm going to make it the nearest. He is
Okay.
10 meters away.
Right, but he's more than 4. If he's more than 4, he gets a ranged defense. All right, go ahead. You go ahead and blast the Master Assassin. Go ahead and roll. And did we write down what this is resisted by, or am I
Yes.
just...
Resist with body and observation.
Which I have.
1, 2, 3, 4.
You have 4 successes, I have 3. You've defeated the range penalty. He is sent reeling. And he drops his weapon.
All right. And since that was already readied, I will go ahead and for my second action guard and give everyone cover. As light illuminates the tome.
What's the range on that?
Plus D8 in 4 and plus D4 in 12.
Yeah, you get soft cover up to 12 meters. So it's an extra D4 and you win on ties. Doesn't hurt, and I can't think of a reason for Donovan not to guard.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that just leaves Captain Sam. If he does anything.
Oh no, the blue cube is coming after us.
The blue cube is not coming after you. The blue cube is